Hello students. In this lecture we are going to study effective stress principle. So what is effective stress, what is neutral stress, and what is the nature of effective stress?
Soils are multiphase systems, as we can see in this slide. In a given volume of soil, the solid particles are distributed randomly with void spaces in between them. These voids are either occupied by water or air or by both, as we can see in these three figures. To analyze the problems such as compressibility of soils, bearing capacity of foundation, stability of embankments, and lateral earth pressure on retaining structures, we need to know the nature of distribution of stresses. That is, how the stresses are varying along the cross section of the soil profile. These stresses vary depending on the state of soil, whether the soil is partially saturated as shown in figure 1a, fully dry as shown in figure 1b, or fully saturated as we can see in figure 1c. Professor Carl Terzaghi, who is known as father of modern soil mechanics, performed one experiment in 1936. He added a layer of soil in jar at its base as shown in figure 2a on the left, and the remaining jar he filled with water. To load the soil uniformly with the load, he added load sigma dash per unit area as you can see in figure 2a. He placed heavy lead shots on the surface of the soil layer for creating this load intensity. He observed that the void ratio of the soil in the layer decreased as the soil got compressed due to the heavy weight placed on the surface of the soil layer. Obviously, the other mechanical properties of soil like shearing resistance also changed. As the stress generated due to sigma dash is effective in changing the properties of the soil, therefore this stress is termed as effective stress. On the other hand, if we look at the same jar in figure 2b on the right side, the jar is filled with soil and water to such heights that the head of water above the piezometer is same, that is HW, as in figure 2a. Now this HW is equal to sigma upon gamma W, as we can see in figure 2b. In other words, stress sigma is equal to gamma W into HW. Look at the equation written below figure 2b. Then, even though sigma has equal intensity as that of sigma dash in earlier case, however, due to this load exerted by water on soil, there is no change in void ratio of the soil. Therefore, this pressure due to water in the pores, in other words, this pore water pressure does not have any effect on the void ratio, and that's why it is called as neutral stress. From this discussion, it can be observed that the total stress acting on the soil is the sum of two components, namely effective stress and neutral stress. In other words, the nature of the effective stress is such that you can obtain it by subtracting neutral stress from the total stress.
So we have studied the concepts of effective stress, neutral stress, and the nature of effective stress in this lecture. In the next lecture, we are going to see the effect of water table on the effective stress, how it goes on varying according to the depth in different cases when water table varies, or if when there is a surcharge acting on the top of ground level.